Hi everyone, today I have chosen to speak about physician-assisted suicide. One's ethics isn't questioned when it comes to physician-assisted suicide. However, someone cannot understand how an individual feels without being in their shoes. There is euthanasia, which is illegal in all 50 states, and that is where the doctor will intentionally administer and or follow other interventions with consent and full understanding of the patient, causing the patient to pass. And then there's physician-assisted suicide, where the doctor will prescribe the medication, but the patient has to actually go home, prepare, and then administer it themselves. The death with dignity law is legal in Washington, Oregon, and Vermont, and is also trying to be passed in New Jersey right now. And their Department of Health state sites state that this act allows terminally ill adults seeking to end their life to request lethal doses of medication from medical and osteopathic physicians. Procon.org has a state-by-state guide to help clarify who is eligible and who isn't. A few of them are: you must have a terminal illness with 6 months or less to die. You have to be 18 years old. You have to be a resident of the state, so you can't just move there overnight. And then you have to be mentally capable to make the decision. You can't be depressed. You can't be confused. You have to understand the decision you're making. The counter argument for this is that if allowed, the public would view physicians as harmful instead of healing. The American Medical Association has stated that euthanasia is fundamentally incompatible with the physician's role as healer. It would be difficult or impossible to control and would pose serious societal risks. And then Hippocrates has written that I will apply dietetic measure for the benefit of the sick according to my ability and judgment. I will keep them from harm and injustice. And this is partially why we have palliative care, which is end-of-life care. That way physicians aren't accused of euthanasia, because you want someone to be as comfortable as possible before they pass. And everybody's pain tolerance is different. So to make a patient with a terminal illness as comfortable as possible, that involves high doses of pain medication, which essentially is kind of like physician-assisted suicide, because that's what the patient at home is doing. They're taking a high lethal dose of pain medication. If a patient with a terminal illness, such as stage 4 cancer, refuses chemotherapy because they've already had it, or because they're already so sick they don't want to chance dying from chemotherapy, that doesn't mean they deserve to suffer. Terminal illnesses are exhausting, and the patient knows that they're going to die. Is it our right to make them suffer until they give their last breath? We allow abortions, and not that it's the same thing, but people will even put their pets down because they don't want their pets to suffer, but yet we sit here and watch our family members suffer. That's selfish to me. It's their life, not ours. They should decide. I know that it is a sin to kill yourself, because the Bible says not to harm yourself. And I understand that, but I also feel that it's not our place to judge. We don't know what someone is going through. We don't know how painful it is to have a terminal illness. They're already going to die, and in the end, God is the last one that knows their thoughts. He knows what's in their heart, and He knows what's going through their mind. We don't. How to Die in Oregon is a great documentary. If anyone wants to know more about it, it actually gives you the patient's point of view. Not a lot of people will get it, but they end up not even taking it. So it's really good. Physician-assisted suicide is not murder, nor is it someone killing themselves because they're depressed or selfish. It is having a means to an end. They are mentally and physically done and have tried all other options available, and many terminal illnesses will never get better. Being able to say goodbye to their loved ones and to die peacefully in the comfort of their home is what the patient wants, and it should be what they get. And I hope if the point of this isn't to necessarily change how you think, because you're still going to think what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. But to the very least, if you can at least try and understand what that patient is going through, because it's really hard watching people suffer, and I feel they shouldn't have to. Thanks for listening, and hopefully you guys understand. Thanks. Bye.